This lesson is an introduction to research. Today we're going to talk about what research is, why we need to research, and how to get started researching. So first, what is research? Research can be a verb or a noun. As a verb, an action, it means to collect information about a topic. As a noun, it's the activity of getting information about a topic. So there are many different ways to do research. Here are 3 methods. One method is by reading. You can read books and articles about your research topic to find information. Another method is interviewing or surveying people. You can interview a person about your research topic. That means you ask them questions about it. Or you could survey many people about your research topic. That means you ask a few questions to a wide number of people. And that's another way to collect information about your topic. Another method is through experiments. An experiment is when you try something new and see what the results or the outcome of that is. For example, maybe you add a new ingredient to a recipe and see what happens. So in our ESL class, we will be primarily doing research through the method of reading, and we will be primarily reading articles that we find online. So why is it important to learn research? Research is an important and very practical skill that we use in many areas of our lives. It could be in our personal life, at our work, or for school. So here we have a lot of examples of situations where you can use research skills. I'll mention one example in each category. So imagine you want to choose a neighborhood to live in that is good for your family. It has a nice school for your children. You will need to research. Maybe you read information about various neighborhoods in Washington, D.C. Maybe you read about different schools, about housing prices. Maybe you talk to other families. That would be a kind of interview where you're collecting information by interviewing someone. You ask your friends and family members what they know about neighborhoods to live in. So that's a kind of research you might do to help your personal life. You could also use research skills to learn about different kinds of careers and choose one that is good for you. Maybe you research what are the average salaries of different career options, what are the education requirements, what jobs are growing, what jobs are going to be beneficial for you and fit your skill set. So that would be an example of using research skills for a work reason. We also use research skills a lot in school situations. So for example, you'll be writing some essays and giving some presentations this semester, and in a lot of those tasks, you will be asked to use research. These are just some examples. There are many others, and I'm sure you can think of more as well. So why learn to research in level 8? We believe that research skills will help you achieve your goals. So if your goal is to go to college, you're definitely going to need research skills. If your goal is to go into a career training program, research skills will help you. If you have other goals in your life related to your personal life, we also believe that research skills will benefit you in some way. So that's one of the reasons we're going to focus on developing our research skills this semester. So how do we get started with research? Like many other activities, you can develop your research skills through practice and repetition. The first time you play a sport or a musical instrument, you may not be very good at it, but if you continue practicing and trying again, you improve your skills. It's the same with research. That's why this semester we will be doing research multiple times in speaking and writing projects so that you get better and better throughout the semester. Here are some important vocabulary words we want you to know before we get started doing research. The first one is source. A source is where information comes from. So, for example, a book or an article or a person that you interviewed. If information comes from one of those places, that is the source. The second vocabulary word is evidence. Evidence is specific information from a source that supports your research topic. Some examples of evidence could be a statistic, a fact, an expert quote, or a story. And we're going to have a lot more lessons on evidence and finding evidence. But for now, remember that a source is where information comes from, and evidence is specific information that is related to your research topic. Two other important words are credible and relevant. We want to make sure that we use credible sources. A credible source is something that you can trust and believe that it's true and has good information. Relevant means that it's related or connected to the ideas of your research topic, the ideas that you're expressing in your writing or in your speaking. So we want credible sources and relevant evidence. So now we're going to introduce you to a tool called Newsela. Newsela is a website with articles at different lexile levels. And it's a place where you can find credible sources. And in those sources, you might be able to find some relevant evidence for your research topic. And it is one of the research tools that we will use this semester. And we will also introduce you to more research tools in later lessons. So now we're going to look at Newsela. So once you are on the newsela.com website, click sign in, and then sign in by clicking Google. And you're going to want to use your Carlos Rosario Gmail, not your personal Gmail for the sign in. So you can see here it's signed into my Carlos Rosario email. So once you're in Newsela, you'll be able to search for articles that you can use as sources for your research. So up here at the top is the search bar. So you can click on that and you'll be able to type some search terms related to your topic. So the module that we're working on is about healthcare, and the topic of our essay and presentation is the problems and solutions related to obesity in the United States. So I'm going to search for the word obesity. So it has shown me a number of articles, and I'm going to look at the pictures and headlines and see if I think they're going to be useful. So this one's about the president and fast food. This one's about US schools not focusing enough on gym. This is about weight discrimination. Staying active as a family. So there are a few of these that might be relevant to my research topic. Vending machines are getting healthier. I'm going to click on this one first. One of the nice features about Newsela is that you can change the Lexile level according to what's comfortable for your reading level. So right now, this one is set to 1030 Lexile. And for me, that's comfortable. But if you want something that's higher or lower, you just click here and it'll give you some options. So if you start to read and there are a lot of words that you don't know, maybe you want to try the lower Lexile level. If it's very easy and you understand everything very well, maybe you want to try a higher Lexile level. So what I would do now is read the whole article. I can scan or skim, look at some of the key ideas, and decide if it is relevant to my research topic about problems and solutions of obesity. When I'm finished, I can click the back button and I can look at some of the other articles that came up with that search term. And I can click down here, it says show more results. And I can see even more articles. So I want to look at a few of them and identify the two that I think are best. Good luck researching.